Good evening, oh gorgeous ones. Welcome to another Wednesday night. It's Wednesday the 5th of May 2021. Good evening to you and welcome to tonight's United Kingdom talk coming to you from our plush, refurbished television studio centre and radio super complex super hub here in the heart of Berkshire. Very good evening to you. Well, I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I really can't. I got it out of the packet and I thought, I'm not sure about this. Not sure about it, but it's there. And because I wasn't sure about it, I didn't take down the old one. I've literally pinned it over on top of the old one temporarily to decide whether or not I like it. I think it's more summery, isn't it? Because it's like bright and orange. Not that we've got any summer at the moment. Christ, I got up after my afternoon sleep around about 6:30. I was just watching the London. I was watching the London news tonight. Here, there's a cemetery in London. They're burying people on top of each other. Oh, I did have to laugh, dear. She said this girl on there. It's not funny, really, but it's the way she said it. She said she came to visit. She came to visit her dad, and she got to the grave, and there was another man on top of him. I don't think she realised how it came out of her mouth, dear. I mean, chance would be a fine thing, to be honest, in this blooming house. But there we are. Yeah, so I was just watching that London news, and I got out of bed. I thought, oh, it's a bit chilly. And then there was this noise outside. Blooming hailstones out there. Hundreds of them coming down from the sky. Hailstones. And I popped my head, and then I looked out the window, and I spotted a crisp bag. And I'd only just cleared that path earlier on in my volunteer litter picking. 2 large bags today. 2 large bags. I found a bike. A bike. I kid you not. It's a shame any of you fellas out there, and I know you're good like with your hands fixing stuff and all that. That bike was repairable. I'm telling you that now because the tyres were still fully inflated. I don't think it had been there a long time. But the back, the gears had come off. Broken off. That looked mangled and damaged. My guess is it's been nicked. My guess is it was probably nicked for someone. Someone's gone for a joyride and not particularly careful with it and damaged it and just dumped it in the bushes. Now, when I say it, I don't think it had been there long. I say that it was a job getting it out of the bushes because one of the branches had kind of grown into the back wheel. So maybe a year or two. It must have been there a year or two. I just spotted it, like shining. What's that in those bushes? And I pushed them away in. It was only a little bit in, but you wouldn't have seen it from the road. Do you see what I mean? So I pulled that out and I put it in my next to a bag in the one of the designated litter collecting areas that the council gives us people that go out and do that sort of thing. You know, but so I did that this afternoon, and it was fine. It wasn't particularly cold, and I was out almost 3 hours today actually, and came back here, had some lunch, went to watched a bit of telly. I'm setting up a new. I say new. It's a second-hand computer at the moment, in preparation for our karaoke that we're hoping to return to Central Station on the 21st of May, Friday the 21st of May. So I'm setting that up at the moment, but it's kind of automatic. Once you start putting stuff on it, you just leave it. I mean, for hours sometimes. There's a lot going on it from the old hard drive onto the new one. And went to bed, got up, and I thought, it's blooming cold. And there was hailstones outside. Not only that, just before I came down here, I thought, what's that dripping outside? And my water butt is overflowing. Now, I haven't seen it do that before. Whether or not the pipe, because it's kind of coming, there's like a down pipe from the roof, and then this bit comes out there and goes into the water butt, which incidentally I did myself. Oh yeah, I did that myself. A few years ago now. And then shortly afterwards, I had to get a man out to fix the broken down pipe that I'd cut the hole too big in. You're not surprised, are you? You're really not. We're doing DIY today. Live on the show today, we're doing some DIY. A bit more of that in a moment or two. Yeah, the water was pouring over there, and I thought, oh, anyway, I've just left it and come up here and got me water and all that, and here we are then. So a very good evening to you. If you're new to the show, welcome along. If you're in a chat box or any sort of comment section and you're sending me messages on there, I'm afraid I don't see those. I'm not in the chat box at all. All right. If you have a row in the chat box with someone, I'm not interested. That's up to you. If you want to join in on the show and send me a message, please use the text message text number above there, 07451 287 337, 07451 287 337, or you can send an email at the moment, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk for your emails, or shortly you'll be able to phone in. All right, my darlings, we have a phone number as well that's standing by, and you'll be able to phone in when the phone line is open. Let's just read some of your messages. Let's start off with the old email today, shall we, for a change? I've closed it. How did I manage that? Oh, what a dickhead. I've just closed that. Oh, there we are. Oh, Dan Woodhouse, who says it's nice to be on the show. It's always nice to have you there, Dan. Always nice to have you there. All right, Dan. Hello to Lee Toby, who likes the background. Okay, Lee. Yes, it's very minimal. In comparison to what I've had up there in the past, it's basically just one design. Now, you may think that's not up straight. Believe me, that's the design. It's kind of leaning that way. I don't know if it's supposed to mean something at all. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, Dan, you might remember this one. Do you remember Christmas Means ITV? Do you remember that? Oh my God, 1970s. Isn't it funny? How is it that we can remember these jingles that we heard years ago, only for a short period of time, because Christmas on the television companies years ago, it wasn't this whole 6 weeks thing. It went on for about 1.5 weeks. That was it. And the jingle went, Christmas is for all the family, there's magic in the air, fun for all the family when you're watching ITV, because Christmas means ITV. I remember when that jingle first came on. Maybe I remember it because my mum, who's he's even more Catholic than me, would say, what a horrible thing to say. Christmas doesn't mean ITV. You know, it's about Jesus and Mary and the baby and the baby Jesus and Mary and Joseph. And of course, as they say in Line of Duty, the wee donkey. How many of you laughed your heads off when he said that? Jesus, Joseph and Mary and the wee donkey. See, I love a bit of humour on the telly. I love it, but you've got to throw the humour in. This is where I like James Bond, except for one, Quantum of Solace, which had no humour in it whatsoever, or at least I didn't pick up on it. All the other James Bonds, I love the humour, especially the Roger Moore years. Very, very funny. Anyway, I'm glad you like the background there, Lee, but it's quite plain. I mentioned the logo of Christmas Means ITV. It was like that. It was like that, and it had a little strap line across the middle that says Christmas Means ITV. It was like that. I bet the picture's there somewhere on the internet. Perhaps I'll have a look for it next time. All right there. Danny says it's the best background you've ever had. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. What I might do is take it down and then take the flamingos down, which it's in front of. If you look carefully, right? Okay. That's not part of it. That is the flamingo behind it, which you can see. Okay? You can kind of see that. So when I put a new one up, generally the old one has to come down. But I was so unsure about it. I thought, if I might put it up there once and decide it's got to come down again. I don't want to have to put up the other one again, but I will. I may well take that down, depending on what other people say as well. I shouldn't really listen. Just decide. But if you like it, all well and good. Hello to Jeff Burley. Good evening, Jeff. Hello to you, Jeff. I hope you're well today. He says, still not got to the caravan yet, as Linda and I are bogged down with the hospital and doctor's appointments. Gosh, I hope to see you soon. Take care. Thanks, Jeff. I'm not up there at the moment myself. I'm hoping to pop up there again at the end of next week because it's great nephew Harry's birthday. Now, I won't tell him that I'm coming, just in case it goes a bit wrong. But basically, I've got my second COVID injection on Tuesday. Okay, so Wednesday, Thursday. I'll give it 2 days because, if something goes a little bit wrong, maybe you become ill for 24 hours, which I've heard. Mind you, I've heard that with people with the first one and they weren't ill then. My Auntie Brenda, she's had both injections. Nothing. Nothing at all. She's 80, I think she's 82 or 83, my Auntie Brenda. I've got to ring her. I haven't rung her yet, actually, lately. Tonight. I'll ring her. I try and ring her every night. She lives on her own and... I think she really looks for... I'm only on the phone sometimes for a minute. That's all. But just to listen. She wants someone to listen. Do you know what I mean? It's very important to... If you've got someone old who's living on their own, try and ring them occasionally. It makes all the difference. Maybe not to you, but certainly to them. It would make all the difference if you just rang an elderly person, whether it's your family or perhaps someone else now and again. Over the years, I've spent a lot of time on the phone with old ladies, strangely enough. Wonderful old ladies, all of who have passed now, unfortunately. Sad. I was talking to someone about that last night, actually. Yeah. Elderly ladies that used to come along to the karaoke, Mary and Gwen, who was about 65. She was about 65, 66, something like that. It's very upsetting, very upsetting. Okay, Jeff, so hope to see you very soon. Hello to Vera Taylor. Evening, Vera. All right, my love. She mentions the insurance. Now, I had a little story here. I've got a little story. I'll go straight on with this because Vera's already sent in a little text message about that. And the story, which is in The Sun, reads that Provident Financial... Did you... Not so much now, but years ago, when I was a child, I remember... I think it was once... It was either every 2 weeks or every month. The insurance man used to come round. We'd have a little book and he'd come round and he would collect our insurance money. Anyone remember that? Literally a knock on the door. I think it was Provident Insurance, actually. Anyone remember that? I don't think it was that very expensive. Let's be honest. It's not the sort of job you'd be wanting to do now in somewhere like Hackney, is it? Or somewhere like that. A dodgy area full of chavs and nasty people and weed-smoking chavs and people like that. Awful. And you really wouldn't want to be walking around with any more than a few pence in your pocket, to be honest. But they used to come round and knock on the door. There was no, bank transfer or anything like that. He said, hello, I have a feeling it was something like 27 pence. I don't know why I've got that figure in my head. Does that sound about right? So we're going back to sort of 1971, 1972, 3 sort of time like that. Anyone ever have that? Well, according to The Sun, that's all about to come to an end. Provident Financial is set to dump its doorstep lending business after 141 years. It's a long time, isn't it? Doorstep lending is where providers give out loans, usually with high rates of interest added on, and then call at your home or office to collect the repayments. Now, I don't think it was a loan we had. I'm sure it was some sort of insurance payment my dad used to make. Anyway, Provident Financial offers these type of loans ranging from a minimum of £100 and a maximum of £1,000. But the high-cost credit firm is set to dump this offering. I mean, I've no idea how much this costs. The Mail on Sunday has reported the company will look to claw back loan repayments as it closes down the business. Provident Financial's online lending business, Satsuma. Who likes a Satsuma? See, I can't be bothered to peel them. Oranges, I like oranges. Satsumas, things like that. I just can't be bothered to peel the blooming things. Oranges are the worst, aren't they? Oh, your hands get all sticky. My mum, she used to sit there every night in front of the telly, little plate on her lap, and she'd have an orange and an apple on there every night without fail. My lovely mum. It says Provident, their online lending business Satsuma, which offers payday loans, is set to close. So, I mean, not quite the same as what we had. I'm sure Dad didn't have a loan. I don't think my dad had loans at all, actually. He believed, as many people in those days would believe, in saving up for stuff. He certainly wouldn't borrow money for furniture, holidays, anything like that. He would save up for it. whether or not he borrowed money for his car, his first car, which was a green MG, not like a racing MG, like just a green MG. I always remember it. XAN 720. XAN 720. And I remember when he brought it round to our flat in our Masonette. Was it a flat or our flat in Peckham? You could just park it outside. I don't know where he parked it actually. Must have parked it straight outside there. Anyway, on this subject, Vera writes in, I remember the insurance man coming to a house and I used to hand him the book and money while my mother was cooking. So you give him the book, you know. It's funny, so much of stuff was trust those days, right? There wasn't anything really much dodgy going on at all. Because you would give him the money, he'd write something in the book and give it back to you. These days, half these scallywags would be writing in their own blooming stuff, wouldn't they? It didn't happen then. I don't think it happened anyway. Not very often. Huh? And he'd hand you back the book. Vera says, I used to hand in the book of money while my mother was cooking. Plus, we had another man collecting money when my father did the football pools too. Yes, football pools as well, that's right. Yeah, we had another man coming to do the football pool money, that's right. How trusting we were back then. I don't really know what happened to all the money Mum paid, whether or not she claimed it. Wow, amazing. Yeah, I remember the football pools, my dad did them every week. I mean, anyone not done the football pools? I didn't. My dad used to sit there with this, I think it was like a big form thing with lots of little boxes in it. And if I remember rightly, he used to tick boxes. Does that sound right? I hadn't a clue what he was doing there. It was all a mystery to me that he would sit there for hours on end watching football. Oh, it used to do my head in. Oh, I couldn't bear it. I suppose really a father who's really into football, when his son isn't into football, that must be very disappointing for him, would you think? You know? It's a bit like, you know, fathers who, understandably, they want their, maybe not so much girls, but certainly their sons, to follow in the footsteps of their particular job. And I think my dad thought I was going to go and work at the Evening Standard, where he worked, in Fleet Street. And, of course, I didn't. I didn't do that either, you know. Thank you very much, Vera. Pete Remington. Good evening, Pete. Oh, DIY, incidentally. DIY, we are doing live DIY on the show tonight. Live. This is the live DIY, gang. Okay? I have an NHS test and trace kit. I haven't even opened it. Look, it's not opened, okay? Now, I just wanted to find out how easy this is to do for someone who's I've never opened a box or anything like that. So I'm going to do this with you tonight, and we'll see how easy it is, all right? If you have got a chance at all to share this show, copy the URL and share it to your various walls and bits and pieces. That would be very kind as well. All right, my darlings, thank you. Pete Remington says, good evening, Chris. I missed Monday's show. I hope you had a good holiday. Yes, it was lovely. Thank you, Peter. Lovely holiday that I just had. Good evening to Diane Jebb. Good evening to Rachel Wheatland, who says, sorry, backdrop is a no from me. So we got one no there. One no from Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Pauline, be honest. Good evening to Pauline Cornwall. Good evening, cold but dry in Cornwall. Very cold and very icy here. Icy conditions from the sky, dear. Hailstones. This can't be the right weather we normally have in May. Not the beginning of May. We've had some wonderful Easters in the past, haven't we? Aye, beautiful Easters. Good evening to Andy. Hello. Good to see you back. I'm liking the background at first. I thought it was tartan. I thought you'd moved to Scotland. Da 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 da. As you go to Scotland, you trip over Nicola Sturgeon, don't you? And her teeth. Okay, we know we want a referendum. Hello to you, Andy. No, still down here in Berkshire this week. Good evening to Jason Hughes. Hello to Ray Reynolds. There's our friend Ray Reynolds. You must remember the insurance man, Ray. Do you remember him at all? Did he come to your house? Who says, hello, Pop Pickers from Ray Reynolds. Hello to Fran Green. Good evening to you, Fran. And hello to Gary Ross as well. So good evening, boys and girls. Once again, if you're new to the show, welcome along. To contact me, no point in putting any messages in a chat box at all. You need to send me a text, please. 07451 287 337. It's just a local, not local, it's just a mobile phone number, okay? It's not premium rate or anything like that. Just a local, normal mobile phone number 07451 287 337, or send us an email, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.uk is my full address. All right, now what have we got today? Let me have a look. Shall we do the COVID test first? Should we do the COVID test? Oh, we might do the COVID test very soon. We'll do the COVID test shortly. But first of all, guess who I saw on the telly this morning on Good Morning Britain? Paul Gascoigne. Gaza on the telly. And you know what? He's looking really well. I've got to say, I think he's had his face done. I think Paul Gascoigne, I think he's had his face done. Because it was either that or a bad webcam, one or the other. There was just not a line on his face at all. But that being said, quite apart from that, he was looking really well. Apparently he's just been on some Italian thing, a bit like the jungle thing, but not the same. And they were amazed in the fact that he can talk fluent Italian. So it was an Italian programme for Italian television. I don't know if it was an RAI or one of those stations over there. But he was on there talking fluent Italian. Unfortunately, he had to come out of the show because he dislocated his shoulder. I gather from what else he was saying, he does seem to quite often dislocate his shoulder. And he said when he was doing something in this thing and he felt it go, he popped it back in again himself. I don't know anything about that sort of dislocating things like that. I've seen it on the telly, when it's on Casualty or something like that, and they go, okay, you're going to feel something now, okay, and click! And it looks like excruciating pain for about 2 seconds, and then the pain's gone. That's how it looks to me anyway, when it's on the telly, whether or not it's like that. Do you suffer from dislocations at all? Great niece Emily, who's over in Cyprus at the moment, she suffered from that, one of her arms. Yeah. Very dodgy, but he managed to pop this thing in on his own. It's very, very clever, really, how you do it. Anyway, he was looking absolutely fantastic, and looks like, I presume he's not drinking. He does look like someone you'd want to go down the pub with. Obviously, you wouldn't go down because he's an alcoholic. And an alcoholic, once you're an alcoholic, that's it. You can't drink ever again. Ever. Because if you do it, you'll be back on it. That's what they say. Fortunately, I never really went along the alcohol route. I think I did for about 6 months when I was 23. I was working for British Telecom. I used to finish work and then go over to the pub just over the road. And I would crawl home. I'd be absolutely drunk as a skunk. I did that for 6 months. Then I stopped and I never did it again. I didn't like it. Oh, that whirring around in your head. Can't bear it, dear. Can't stand it. So, as I say, nice to see old Paul Gascoigne looking fantastically good on the telly this morning. Good evening to Maureen. Evening, Maureen in London. She's not keen on the backdrop, so we've got 2 no's at the moment. 2 no's at the moment. Leslie Ross is loving the backdrop. Thank you, Leslie. Mick Davenport doesn't like the backdrop. Thank you, Mick. And Rachel said you should get 7 tests inside that box. Very easy to do. Well, we're going to do it in a moment. We're going to do this in a moment, okay? I'm very excited for that. Mick said Gaza played football in Italy for Lazio. And yes, he's had cosmetic surgery. I thought so. You can tell. You can tell he's definitely had cosmetic surgery. I wish people wouldn't do that. I've yet to see any. Well, I don't know. Perhaps there is a couple. I mean, that time I met Linda Gray, Sue Ellen from Dallas, which is about 4 or 5 years ago now, outside Wimbledon Theatre. Now, she didn't look like she had cosmetic surgery, and she looked fantastic. Mind you, she would have had a lot of money I don't know if she's still got the money now, but she would have had a lot of money at some point, I suppose, and I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true. The more you spend, the better it is, because we've seen some people off the telly with cosmetic surgery. It looks bloody awful. Awful. Especially the whole lip thing. And what do they look like, dear? You know, if you want to look permanently young, you've got to be black. And that's all there is to it. Because all the black people, they don't look old. None of them. None of them, dear. Poor Vera, she's about 95 years old. She looks like she's about, I don't know, about 20 years old, don't you, Vera, love? Remember when I showed you... Don't muck around with your faces, please. Just grow old gracefully like me, or disgracefully like me, really. Well, I'd like to be disgraceful, but the opportunity isn't there, unfortunately, for me. Never mind. Right, shall we do this? Shall we do this? What is it? Test and trace thing. Fran Green doesn't like the backdrop either. Thank you, Fran. Right, come on in. Now, I'm going to take that email off there. All right, you can still send an email in just to give you a little bit more space on the screen here. But to start with, one of the most worrying things on here, I think, is that. Now, this is where the virus blooming come from, the Chinese flu, dear. And oh my God, I need to wash my hands now. So we could have a spray it with something, perhaps. Watch this. Cleaner lubricant. Oh dear. So we're going to do this now. So if you get one of these in the post, it's sealed at both ends. Okay. This is the NHS Test and Trace Kit. I have no idea what's in this box. Okay, really no idea. I haven't watched videos of anyone or anyone doing that at all. So we'll have a look. Let's go, shall we? Good evening to Simon in New Haven. Good evening, Simon. My parents had their second jabs today. What time was that, Simon? Was that early or late? What time was that? Your mum and dad? Hope they're okay there. I've only had the first one. My second one's next week. All right, right. So opening the box now, gang. Do you know, I should have done a box opening with this. I bet my brother-in-law's screaming at the telly, you should have done a box opening video with this. Maybe I'll do one of those as well. Or I could just take out this section, actually. I could just take out this section. Couldn't I, really? Could I do it like that? Yeah, I'll do that. Right, we're going to do this, and then I can remove this section and upload it as a separate video, okay? Right, so, right, bear with me. Can I just clear my throat? Hello, we're going to do a NHS Test and Trace unboxing today for you boys and girls, okay? I've not had a look in this box at all, so it's going to be a first thing. I've no idea what's in here, haven't watched any videos on it, so let's just see how long this takes. There's a clock behind me there, you see it's like just coming up to 28 minutes past 8, and we're going to do a test for the old COVID-19 business, the coronavirus. Alrighty. So we're opening the box. I'll show you exactly what's inside. Here we go. Right. That's everything. Comes in a little box like that. Made in China. Which I find a bit worrying, to be honest. Okay. So we've got here some little plastic... I don't know, little plastic holders they look like there. Okay. Little plastic holders. Put that there. We've got here some... self-test rapid antigen tests. Okay, so what's that? 7 of them. 5, 6. Someone said there was 7. Rachel said there was 7, didn't she? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 of those. Right, sorry, that's going a bit dark, isn't it? There we are. We've also got these little things here, which look like they're full of some sort of liquid. What does that say on there? Let's have a look. Extraction buffet sachet, it says here. Okay, so no idea what that is. All right, we'll carry on. Also in here is an instruction leaflet. Qualification certificate. That's written in blooming Chinese. Look, here we are. So I don't know what that says. Okay. And disposable sampling swab. Oh, I'm not going to have to shove this up my nose, am I? Oh, God. Okay, so that's what we've got. Oh, hang on, something else. Little plastic bags. Little plastic bags as well. Okay, so let's see what happens. Your step-by-step guide for COVID-19 self-testing. Read the whole guide carefully before you start the test. Okay, prepare your test area and check your test kit contents. Well, we've done that, haven't we? Let's see what it says. Let's read it all. Do not eat or drink anything for at least 30 minutes before doing the test to reduce the risk of spoiling the test. Well, I had a piece of bread about 45 minutes ago and it's now... Okay, so that should be all right. You need a watch or a clock, tissues, yep, a mirror and either hand sanitizer or soap and warm water. All right, so I'll have to disappear out to the bathroom. I've obviously got to wash something. All right, read the instruction guide carefully. Clear, clean and dry a flat surface immediately before starting the test. Oh dear, well, I don't know about that. Is this clean here? Oh, I know what I can do. I'll get a clean piece of paper. Two clean pieces of paper out of a packet, all right? So we'll put all this on here like this, which I've already shown you. This is absolutely fascinating, isn't it? So we'll put that there. 2 pieces of paper now in front of me. You might see it a little bit better on the wide camera. 1 minute. Which one is that? That one there. Can you see what I've done here? Okay. So we've got some paper there. Right. Wash your hands thoroughly for 20 seconds using soap and warm water or hand sanitizer. This is so you do not contaminate the test kit. Now dry your hands. Now I'm going to have to pop outside. I'll be 20 seconds while I wash my hands. All right. How exciting, isn't it? Just washing my hands. Talk amongst yourselves, my dears. I bet you're all sitting there now looking at the clock, aren't you? Ow! It hasn't been 20 seconds. Right, hang on. Right. I feel like I'm about to do some sort of operation, really. Right, so we got cleansed hands now. Right, if doing more than one test, clean the surface. Okay, check the test kit. Make sure nothing's damaged or broken. So we've already done that. Okay, do not use the test strip if the sealed packaging is damaged. Okay, no, nothing's damaged at all. So let's turn that over. Turn the page over. Set up your test. Take the test strip out of the sealed packaging and place it onto the cleaned flat surface. Test strip. Well, what's the test strip then? Is it that? Take the test strip. Do you reckon it's that? It doesn't say test strip. Well, I'm going to guess it's this, okay? So let's open it. Taste the test strip out of the sealed package. Place it on the clean, flat surface. Okay. So this has come out. That's what's come out, all right? It's got like a little thing there, which is a little bit bright for you to see there, but... it's kind of got 2 little things there, all right, which I won't touch. Okay, so we'll put that there. Carefully twist or snap open the sachet. Right. Sachet. Okay. That's one of these things. Okay, so I've got that now. Right. Okay, and we need a tube. It says open an extraction tube and gently squeeze all the liquid from the buffer sachet into the tube. Oh, there's an extraction tube holder, is there? Okay. Oh, there it is. Look, extraction tube holder. So we'll put that there. Can you see that all right? I'll lift it up for you to show you. So we've got to put that into here. Okay. Twist that off. Gently squeeze. Avoid touching the sachet against the tube. Okay. Oh, it's like doing chemistry again, isn't it? At school. There we go. Right. So we've done that now. All right. I'll leave that there. And then place the filled tube. Place the extraction buffer sachet in the plastic waste thing provided. I don't see a plastic waste thing anywhere. Oh, plastic waste. Yeah, that must be that, mustn't it? Okay, so we're going to put this in here to hold it upright. Okay, in here. Like that. I see. Right. What did I say? Okay, place that in there. So that's a little rubbish bag, I suppose. That in there, and that in there like that. Oh. Gently blow your nose into a tissue and throw the tissue away in a closed bin. Okay. Right. Oh, wash your hands thoroughly again for another 20 seconds using soap and warm water or use sanitizer. Okay, I've got to go and wash my hands again. All right. What a palaver this is. Right. So I've washed my hands again. Find the swab in the sealed wrapper. Okay. Swab. Find the swab in the sealed wrapper. Identify the soft fabric tip of the swab. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's too bright, isn't it, for you? Can you see? Well, basically, there's a soft bit at the top. You can't miss it, really. Peel open the swab package only when you are ready to use and gently take out the swab. You'll use this for both throat and nose. Right. So we've got to take this off now. Open. Okay, so it opens at the other end. So the swab's at this end. There it is. Soft swab. Right. Okay, do not touch the tongue, teeth, cheek, gums or any other surfaces with the fabric tip of the swab. If it touches anything else, it will spoil your sample. Do not touch the fabric strip. Okay. Taking a sample may cause gagging and other minor discomfort. All right. Okay. Holding the swab between your fingers, open your mouth wide and rub the fabric tip of the swab over both tonsils or where they would have been. Do this with firm contact 4 times on each side. Use a torch or mirror to help you do this. Carefully remove the swab from the back of your throat. Oh, God. Right, you ready for this? Oh. Oh, that is vile. Oh. Put the same swab. That's what it says. Put the same swab gently into one nostril until you feel a slight resistance, about 2.5 centimetres up your nose. 2.5 centimetres? Roll the swab firmly round inside the nostril, making 10 complete circles. This may feel uncomfortable. Do not insert the swab any deeper if you feel strong resistance or pain. Oh, this is the one I hate. Right, here we go. God. Fucking hell. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. This is not good. This is not good. All right. Process the swab sample. Pick up the extraction tube and place the fabric tip of the swoop into the extraction tube so it is in the liquid. Oh, God. Right. While rotating it around for 15 seconds. They want us to do this 3 times a bleeding week? You must be joking. This has got to be the worst thing I've ever done in the 15 years I've been sitting here. I'll tell you that now. It's awful. Right. Okay. Press the cap tightly on the thing to avoid leaks. Gently squeeze the extraction tube. All right. Make sure you remove all the liquid from the soft tip of the swab. Well, how would you know that? Pinch it against the swab as you remove it. Oh, well, I didn't do that, did I? Gently squeeze the extraction tube to place 2 drops of the liquid onto the specimen well in the test strip. Don't you have to shake it at all or anything? Okay. All right, so where's the... Okay, I see that. So you've got to put it on. Let me turn that light out, actually. Just a minute. You might be able to see it better then. Yes, you can. There we go. Look, so I've got to... See that little bit there? I've got to squeeze it onto here now, apparently. How many? 2 drops. 2 drops, okay? Put the extraction tube into the waste bag along with the swab, okay? Right. Okay. Check. Oh, here we go. Check the time and set a timer if you have one. Wait 30 minutes before you read your result. Okay? Okay. Right. So we now got to wait. A positive result can appear any time after 20 minutes, but you must wait the full 30 minutes to record a negative result, as the test line may take this long to appear. All right? So we've now got to wait 30 minutes for that, gang. Let's turn that light back on there. Hang on. We've now got to wait 30 minutes for that. and we'll see what happens. All right? Find out how to read and report your result on the next page. Okay, so we now have to wait 30 minutes, so that's 9:15 that we'll be finished with. I've got to tell you, we don't really do mad things on this show, you know. Sometimes things go wrong. Right, so let's rub this in the bin. If they think I'm doing that every 2 weeks, you've got another thing coming every 3 times a week. All my papers are on the floor and everything now. Look. Look at the state of me now. Yeah, now and again things go wrong on the show. You've seen the mirror ball drop off, nearly knocking me out once, and the time I was on the chair outside and it fell back. Various other little things have gone wrong over the years and stuff we've done. We don't really do anything that's like horrible or dangerous or something that I don't really want to do. And I have to tell you, in the 15 years, I think it's 15 years now we've been doing this show in one format or another. In all that time, that is the worst thing I've ever had to do. That and the camera up the nostril. Do you remember that one? When I had the TV camera went up my nostril at the to have a look down my throat. Oh, that as well. That was the other one. Oh, can't bear it. So anyway, we'll wait 15 minutes and we'll see what happens. Let's read some of your messages then, gang. Amelia Phillips says, I'm watching you while doing college homework. Well, I hope you're paying attention to that college, my darling. Simon says his parents had their second injections at 1 o'clock in the afternoon at Brighton Centre. Oh, okay, so they went to a centre. Now, I'm hearing this from a lot of people. They go to vaccination centres. I don't go to a centre. We go to the doctors. And it was the same both times. The first time they send you a text, please book your thing, and here's a link. And you click on the link. It's very, very easy. They've made it incredibly easy. I have to say, the NHS has become incredibly efficient, I think. Incredibly efficient in the last year, hasn't it? Absolutely fantastic. And basically, we got the text. You click on this thing, you do a date and a time, and then you just turn up at the doctor's. And you walk in. There's no one in. There's about 2 people they allow in there at any time. There's a bloke outside. There was actually a selection of people outside asking you to move forward. There were about 4 of them, all volunteers. Volunteers. If you're a little bit bored at home, why don't you look up something to do some sort of volunteer work? It gets you out of the house. Nothing worse than sitting at the house bored to tears, is there? I couldn't do it. That's why I create work for myself. You could say that this is work. I create work for myself. Without this, at night time, I'd be in pieces. In pieces, I would. I can't bear it. Sitting down there, watching hour after television. Unless, of course, it's your thing. I know some of your things is like PlayStations and all that business. I get that. It's just not for me. And I created the litter picking job. No one asked me to go litter picking. I just decided to do it. You should do the same. Don't be sitting there bored to tears. Got to find something. It might not be litter picking, It might be something else. I mean, dog walking, or I think there's like veterinary places ask for volunteers sometimes. Don't you have like people that go and visit cats and dogs in veterinary surgeries? Seriously, I'm sure there's stuff like that. There'd be something that would I'm sure. Interests you. Me and my mate actually, about 5 years ago, we actually tried to volunteer at the local hospital, Frimley Park Hospital. We said, what volunteers? Because when my mate goes to hospital quite a lot, and there's be a man driving a little thing, driving people on this electric car, disabled people around the hospital, people doing other bits, sitting on desks, can I help you? Just go down. Always old people, aren't they? Always old people doing these sort of jobs. There's plenty of volunteer jobs out there. Hello to Danny Drayton. Good evening, Danny. Danny says he's loving the nude backdrop, but do like the mirror ball rotation. Oh, is it not on? Oh, Danny, dear me. How unprofessional, dear. Let's start rotating, darling. Just a moment. Oh, gosh. Sorry about that. One moment. Yep, sometimes I forget that, Danny. The old mirror ball rotating. There he goes. There she goes. Round and round she goes, round and round, just like a merry-go-round, just like the magic roundabout. Ba 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 ba. That one, yeah. Yeah. Now, has anyone else done one of those self-COVID tests? And if you did, how do you rate the way I did it in comparison to how you did it? Now, I may well do another one as a standalone video. I wasn't 100% happy with that, actually. Don't know. I'll have to see about that. I might use this bit, I might not. How did you... Has anyone else done one of these things? How did my way of doing it, which I hope was by the book there, compared to yours? Did you have as much trouble as I did then? Why don't you call in and tell me about it? Lines are open now. 02081. Line is open now. 0208144 3477. Operators are standing by in our telephone centre. We have a British telephone centre, boys and girls. That doesn't mean there aren't people from other nationalities in there answering their calls. Of course there are. Of course they are. But it's in Britain and you will be understand them when they talk to you on the phone. Operators are standing by to accept your calls today on the show. 020 8144 3477 is my local London telephone number. All right. Rachel looks like she's wetting her knickers, which is not the first time this week, actually. I shouldn't really tell you. We were talking about people wetting themselves, I think, on yesterday's radio show. And apparently Rachel's been having that problem as well. She's been wetting herself, unfortunately. It's happened again now. Since I did my COVID test, she's now wetting herself, aren't you, my love? Rachel said, did you enjoy that, Chris? No? Well, we did. I'm just imagining what... I'm not going to look in the chat box. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I will not be tempted to look in there. Has anyone else done this yet? Either give us a ring, 0208144 3477, or text in how it went for you, or maybe email. How did it go for you? I did not enjoy that at all. Not at all. Vera Taylor says, I was going to get a test kit, but I don't think I'll bother now. Hell no. It's not a nice experience. And I have to say, a while ago, 3 or 4 years ago, I remember becoming very ill. And I went down. Actually, my mate took me down to the Royal Free Hospital where my specialist doctor is. Because anything to do with the chest, they want to know about it, really. And I was it was awful. I was delirious and all that. And it turns out I picked up the flu. And he said, did you have the flu injection? Yes. Well, it didn't work this time. Sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't always work. And I was so ill that time. And literally, apparently, I was laying on the settee and my mate come round. And delirious, talking crap. I think I must still have it then. Awful. And to detect that, they had to put this thing up my nose and at the back of my throat. I hate it. George is on the line. Good evening, George.
Evening, Chris.
Oh, are you on Skype?
Yes.
Yeah, can you call back on the phone? It sounds terrible, mate. Oh, please try. If you're going to call in, don't use this. I know I've got Skype up there, but unless you know that's properly set up, it just sounds so terrible when people ring in on the Skype. Use your phones, all right, my darlings. Oh, in fact, I'm going to take that off now. Let me take that off now, and because the times we tried Skype on here and it just doesn't seem to work very well. Let's get rid of it. There we go, and make that a bit smaller. There we go. We're not going to have Skype anymore, I don't think, because it just doesn't work very well. There you go. Phone in 0208144. We'll move that down a little bit more. Yeah. 0208144 3477 is my local London number. There we go. Let's try George again. Hello, George.
Hello, Chris.
Lovely. That's perfect. Yeah. What happens? I don't know what. You're not a technical person. If it was me, it would be all right. But like normal people have trouble setting it. Anyway, how are you, George? All right.
Yes.
Where are you again, George? I can't remember.
Northampton.
Northamptonshire. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What you got for me, George?
My phone's been playing up, so I've been trying to send you messages, but I sent you an email.
You've sent me an email? Oh, yes, that's just come up now. Yes. You like the backdrop? It looks like fireworks going off. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you say you were trying to send text messages?
Yes.
No text messages from you at all?
No. Because I sent one this morning for the radio and you didn't read it out. I thought...
No text messages have come through from you at all today.
Hmm.
Okay,
That's
just to
weird.
let you know. I don't know if I can see when you last... Can I do this or not? Let's have a quick look. Let me see. George Bond. View chat. 1 minute. The last one you sent was meant to say it's hailing in Northampton. That was Monday, wasn't it? May the 3rd. That's the last one I got from you.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you want to say, George?
Just about your backdrop's really nice. I like it.
You like it, do you? Yeah, it seems to be about I would say 75% of people like it, 25% don't. But you know, whatever I put up behind, there will always be some that like and some that don't. It's just how it is, you know, and then I'll sort of decide whether to keep it for a while. I've got to be honest, as I've been sitting here now for a while, and I can see it in front of me here, it doesn't look as bad as I thought, to be honest. But I can't see it being there for a long time. The other one was up for over a year. I can't see that being up there for over a year, apart from Christmases and times like that, George.
Yes.
Have you done one of these COVID self-testing kit things?
Yes, I have, actually.
Eh?
Yes, I have.
You have? And how was it for you? Did you do it or your nan?
No, I went to the COVID centre.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I needed one to go to work.
Right, okay. So the nurse or whoever did it shoved that thing up your nose and down the back of your throat, did they?
Yes.
And?
It was awful.
Yeah. It's a very, very unpleasant experience. I tell you what, I really, you know, apart from the sticking the thing in there, the bit I don't like about it is when you've done the back of your throat and you're putting the same thing up your nose. I don't like that. Because surely, yeah, I mean, if you had some sort of infection at the back of your throat, wouldn't you then transfer that up your nose? You know?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't like it at all.
Unless it's got some like sticky stuff, so it don't go up your nose.
Some sticky stuff?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, you know when you lick stuff and it goes like sticky?
Or like an envelope. I like the taste of that.
Yes.
Yes. I like the taste of envelopes. They're so boring. They stopped that, didn't they? And they got that self-sticking stuff now. You can't lick them anymore. I mean, you used to go through shed loads of my mother's envelopes, just licking the glue. I was as high as a kite.
But yeah, I reckon that's what it is, though.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it is.
Something like that, then of course it gets sticky, so the germ don't spread up the nose.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. We're not dentists. We're not doctors, are we? We're not to know, George.
No.
Never mind. Is that all for today?
Yeah.
All right, George. Nice to talk to you.
And you.
Have a nice evening. Thanks for calling in. All right.
Yeah.
Cheerio. Bye. There we are, George calling in. Anyone else? 020 8144 3477 is my local London number. 020 8144 3477. What else have we got tonight? Let's have a little look there. Who wants to call in and do a yodel for me? Yodeling. That's what I'd like you to do tonight. Yodeling? Can anyone do yodeling? Yodeling. Oh, we have a bit of echo. Yodeling. Oh, yodeling. Oh, yeah. And I mention that because on two people's advice, both Danny, he's not with us today. Danny in Essex, who's on the commercial radio station. He's the one that does voice tracking. I was having another conversation with him about this the other day. He said, "Well, it's almost live." I said, "It's either live or it isn't live." He records bits of his voice, 4 bits an hour, I think it is. He talks for 2 minutes an hour, and the rest is all music. I mean, how boring is that? You may as well be stacking the shelves, dear, in Waitrose, or in your case, Lidl. You wouldn't be able to. Someone like you, Danny, wouldn't be able to work in Waitrose. You're a Lidl person. Or an Aldi person. I would be able to work in Waitrose or Marks and Spencer's, Harrods food counter. You, Aldi, Lidl, the co-op at a push. The co-op at a push, Danny. All right, my love? Anyway, so he sends these bits of audio in. And she rings me up yesterday and says, I'm now, he's got a new show. I think it's 10 till 1, Monday to Friday, soon, on these 2 commercial stations. Not like the one I'm on, commercial stations, so regulated by Ofcom. Right? There's no way he would be able to get away with stuff that I come out with, both on here and on the radio. And that's why I've kind of decided for myself. I don't really, not that I'd be able to get on there, I'm not what they want, but I don't think I'd want to be on commercial radio station now. I would like to have been on a pirate ship. Aye, my Jim lad. Aye, the pirates. Da. I could be Captain Pugwash. I'm fat enough. Ba. That one. Captain Pugwash. That could be me. I'd like to have been on the pirates. And even the early days of commercial radio, you know, people like Kenny Everett and all that, and they did their show. Now you've got to do a format. That's not for me. I would very, very quickly become bored to tears. And once you become bored with something like that, you've got to move. Got to move. Otherwise, it'll drive you bleeding mad. You know, just imagine that. Saying, I've said it so many times. Anyway, so he's talking on the phone. He said, well, I'm going to be Monday to Friday, and I'm going to be sending in my links only an hour before the show starts. So it's almost live. And I'm like, it's not almost live, dear. It's either live or it isn't. Are you sitting there talking to people and listening to people when they send you messages back? If you're lucky enough to get messages, not everyone gets messages back. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean they don't like you. You know, how many of you send in messages to other radio stations? I bet you don't. Most people don't send messages in. It's as simple as that. But if you do get messages, you want to respond at some point in the hour that you're on, don't you? So he says to me, oh, well, it's nearly live because I only send in my audio an hour before the show. Well, it's not live then. Do you listen to the music? No. Don't even listen to the music. How can you enjoy the show if you're not listening to the music and choosing your own tunes? That's the beauty about the Reach Show. This is where I am, Monday to Friday, 9 till 10 in the morning, reachonair.com. I choose the music. Sometimes we get requests in occasionally. If they come in early enough, then I'll try and slot those in as well if I've got them. Or sometimes I can find them quickly. Not always. Sometimes I can find them quickly. But I get to choose all of it. So I can sit here and enjoy what I'm doing. I don't think you can do that when you do something like Danny's doing, you know. But it was him and our lovely Maureen, who's with us at the moment, who suggested I watch Game of Talents, which is a new talent show on ITV. Now, you remember on Monday night's show, I did say to you I was going to watch one of the episodes, okay, after the shows while I had my dinner. And indeed I did. And Maureen, as I say, I don't think Danny's here today. Maureen, I have to tell you, I'm so glad I did. I love it. I love it. The only thing I don't like about it is the canned laughter, which is, to me, is obvious. I mean, unfortunately, I listen for it. Oh, is that laughter real or is it not? And I actually listen for this sort of thing, you see. You may not notice it, but it's obvious. There's no one in the studio. Well, there can't be at the moment because of the COVID, innit? You know, it's no one in the studio. It's just the host, the technicians, and the contestants, and the people over the stage. And I have to say, I love it. If you haven't seen it yet, just to describe it, they have two contestants, and each contestant has a celebrity helper. Okay, and they tend to be celebrities that you don't usually see on all the other shows. Okay, there's a group of celebrities, and they're on every bloody show, and I'm sick to death of seeing their faces. They're all quite good at what they do. I'm just sick to death of seeing the same people. But this programme seems to choose celebrities that you wouldn't see on other celebrity-based programmes. The show is hosted by Vernon Kay, who is very flowing. It's very natural. He doesn't come across as fake at all. He's really good at the job, okay? And they have a list of, I think it's about eight talents that people do. You know, piano player, acrobatic person, cat juggler, whatever their talent is, it's all up there. And then they have, to go with these 8 talents listed, are 8 people, right? So someone comes on, a talented person comes on, does a little bit of a talk about themselves, and then one of the contestants has to, whichever one's turn it is, has to decide what talent from the list of talents that person on the stage is going to do. So they have a little chat there, and then they give them some sort of clue. They give them a bit of a clue. And if you listen to the clues are pretty good. I've been able to actually work out quite a few of them from these clues. So the various different talents. I think Latin dancer was there. So someone was a Latin dancer. Escapologist was there. Spider wrangler. Now, what's a spider wrangler? I didn't know. And there was another one as well. Hang on, I've got them written down here somewhere. Because we did this on the radio show in the morning. Oh, and a boy. They brought this boy on, and he was a Rubik Cube talent. And they put these 3 Rubik Cubes. I can't remember if they guessed him right or not. But when it came to his time to do his talent, they put 3 Rubik Cubes in front of him. And he completed them all in 25 seconds. Isn't it clever to be able to do that? I couldn't do it. I'd take the stickers off. Yeah, done it. How quickly could you take those stickers off? I remember some of my friends was in the Scouts, they had these Rubik Cubes, and you'd go around their houses, it's Rubik's, and the stickers were sort of hanging off a bit, where they clearly peeled them off and put them back on another part of the cube. But very close. So when they had the Rubik Cubes boy, they had an escapologist. This was on the show. I think this was on this week's show, actually. Escapologist. Did they get her? Can't remember if they guessed her or not. Anyway, and she was hanging on this rope from the ceiling of the studio with a straitjacket on. And the fire was lit underneath. And she had to escape and put the fire out, which she did, I mean, out she came, and then she pushes this button, which is hanging down next to her like that, and the fire immediately goes off. I thought to myself, she must have been blooming hot above that fire. God. I mean, obviously if you fall down, you're going to be burnt to death. But she was quite above the fire. But that's irrelevant. That fire would have been hot for her. Awful. They also had Latin dancers. That was right at the very end. These Latin dancers. Okay? So 4 people came on the stage. There were 2 blokes and 2 girls, right? One of them was a Latin dancer, and the other 3 were pretending to be Latin dancers, but they weren't. So, as they went along, there was one lad who immediately he looked like a Latin dancer to me. Now, not like ballet dancers, they got the body, they obviously go down the gym and all that dancing, and it's very good, not an ounce of fat. And he looked to me like a dancer straight away, right? But you're never quite sure. So they're asking her, I can't remember who they guessed now or what his name was. And they say, right, we're going to bring on the partner now of the dancer. I thought, well, this would be interesting, Is it going to be like a same-sex couple or something like that? Anyway, so we're going to bring on the partner of the Latin dancer, which may give you a clue. So they had a girl, this bloke that looked like a dancer, who was clearly gay, right? another girl and another lad on the end who was a bit younger. I don't think he was gay. He was just on there, right? Okay. So that then brings on this person, and this bloke walks on, and and as he turned round, he's come towards the camera, as camp as a blooming Christmas tree, dear. The eyebrows were all done, and all this stuff like that. And I didn't need to look anymore. I know he immediately knew that the second lad along on the back was the other. I know straight away. It was so obvious, and of course I was right. You know, as I am most of the time. Let's be honest, I was right at the time. You know. So that was good as well. But the worst one on there was the Spider Wrangler. Now, I don't think they guessed her right. They guessed the Spider Wrangler as a Latin dancer, I think, if I remember rightly. So she comes on, and it looks like she's going to dance, okay? She comes on the stage, she looks like she's going to dance. And then a lad comes on with a box. And he opens the box. Oh my God. She puts her hand in the box and this bloody great big tarantula thing come out. And it just walked onto her hand and she put it there and it walked over her face like that. You think that's bad enough? Then she puts the hand back and another one comes out and there's 2 spiders. Oh, big bastards. Big thing, big bodies. Not just the legs. Great big spiders crawling over her face like this it was. Oh, it was dreadful. And I think there was a third one. If I remember a third one, sort of around her sort of chest. It was on her chest. Well, dear. This contestant, one of the contestants looked like someone out of EastEnders. She had the blonde hair. Can't remember the name of the person now, to be honest. But This contestant, she was nearly in tears. She was absolutely terrified of these spiders, which, to be honest, you know, when you looked at the studio, looks quite far away from her. But she was terrified. She was hiding behind her celebrity friend. I don't know who he was now. But she was. I thought any moment now she's going to run off that stage. She looked terrified. Oh, it was horrible. The Spider Wrangler. So today I've been watching the very first one of them, and on today's one they had a yodeler, and I got him right. One of the clues was Swiss cheese. They bought on this Swiss cheese, you know, with the holes in it. And I thought, well, hang on, Swiss cheese, hang on, they do yodeling in Switzerland. And I picked him up straight away. So he had yodeling. And I was wondering today, so thank you very, very, very much, Maureen, for telling me about that show. It is blooming excellent. So I've got 2 more to watch now. So I'm almost at the end of the first one. And I watch the other 2 now, and then I'll be up to date. And I shall watch those every week, just because Danny and you, Maureen, told me about that. So thanks very much. Really enjoying that. Really enjoying it. But the yodeling. Is anyone any good at yodeling? Perhaps you'd like to ring me tonight and yodel down the phone to me. Would you like to do that? If you do, give us a call. 020 8144 3477. Do you like Game of Talents? Do you like it? 020 8144 3477. I would love you to yodel down the phone on the show tonight. Yodel-ay-oh, yodel-ay-oh. Hi and a bum, dun yeah, yodel, yeah, yodel, yeah, oh. Something like that from The Sound of Music. Anything you want. Yodel down the phone to me tonight. 020 8144 3477. Maureen says that I've got one of those testing kits from the chemist. When I read about the same swab has to go from throat to nose, that doesn't sound right to me, so I won't be doing it. It doesn't sound right to me either, Maureen. It really doesn't. I don't like the fact it's going in your back of your throat and then up your nose. Surely you could transfer infection from one place to the others, because different infections live in different parts of your body, don't they? You know? Or maybe the top of your nose. And no, it can't be. It just does not sound right at all to me. Anyway, there we go with the yodeling. So the phone number's there if you want to yodel, or if you don't, that's fine as well. Entirely up to you. If you just want to sit there and see me rabbiting on for a little bit longer, then that's fine. By the way, can you hit your little like buttons, please? That would be very grateful if you could hit your little like buttons and assist us in the old YouTube algorithms like that. All right? What else have we got today? That's Game of Talents. Oh, Gary the Cat. I've got to tell you this, Gary the Cat. So yesterday, I've had my afternoon sleep yesterday, right? And I woke up about 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock at night. Anyway, so I've picked up my mobile phone. I thought I'll give my niece a ring because she's in Cyprus. They're 2 hours ahead there. So I've rung up my niece. And first of all, I always say, are the children there? Are the children still up? No, they're all in bed. Then I can start swearing, you see. No, because I don't. I'm a bit of a blue mouth. I am. If you meet me, I have got a bit of a Vera will tell you. Haven't I, Vera? I do swear a bit. Okay. Anyway, so I'm having this chat with my niece, and we've been on the phone about 10 minutes. She's got 3 cats, and while I was on the phone, she jumped. What was that? And it was a cat jumped up onto her table or something, or window ledge or something like that. Anyway, so we're chatting away. And I go, meow. I said, is that your cat again? She said, no. I said, it must be. Meow. I said, are you sure? She said, there's no cat in the room now. It's gone. And with that, this bloody cat jumped onto my bed. Gary the cat. So obviously at some point during the day when I've had the door open, because he comes in, he only comes into the kitchen really, he don't come into the rest of the house. He comes well, it must have got into the house at some point and then gone to sleep somewhere. You know, because they're very good at hiding, aren't they, cats? Very good at hiding. That plus the fact I had the bedroom window open, which I do sometimes while I'm asleep. Oh, not at night time, only during the daytime. Right? And the thing is, it can jump. I don't think a human would be able to. It can jump on the roof of the shed, then onto the air conditioning unit, and then into the window. So I think it's come in like that. At some point, it's come in like that while I've been in the house, you see. Then gone and hid somewhere and gone back to sleep. Well, it's found me in my bed. Jumped onto the bed. What are you doing in here? I said to it. With that, it stepped onto the window ledge, onto the air conditioning, onto the shed, and went home. I love it. It's an open house here. Anytime you want to come round for a sleep, feel free. I'll put some biscuits out there as well for you on the table. Huh? Gary the cat, we love him. Moving in like that. Is it time? I think it's time to check our COVID test, everyone. Well, 30 minutes has now passed, and we're now going to have a look at the COVID test. I shall now get my instructions back out again. My step-by-step guide. Okay, so 30 minutes has passed now. Let's have a look. Process the swab. Okay, check the time. Positive or vote. Okay. Right. Read your result. Right, I'm going to turn the light out again now. So I will go slightly dim and we'll take the phone number off so you can see what's going on there. All right. Do not leave the test to develop for longer than 30 minutes as it will make the result void. Okay. So we got a C and a T. Control. Right. Control is the C. Can you see that little line there? One line next to the C shows the test is negative. Okay. So we got one line there. Positive result. You have to have 2 lines. One next to C and one next to T. Even fate lines show the test is positive, and then you must report the test result to the NHS. So that is a negative result, okay? That is a negative result. Can you see that? If it was positive, there would be a line on the C and the T as well. So that's good news, isn't it? Okay. 2 lines, one next to the C and one next to the T. Even fate lines show it's positive. You must report that to the NHS. A void result. If there are no lines or one line next to the T, it means the result is void. So we haven't got that either. Report your results to get guidance you need to follow. You must report your results to the NHS. Report your result to the NHS can monitor the spread of the virus. You need the QR code or the ID number under it on the test strip to report your result. Okay? So do I do that? Do I have to report a negative result then? Do I report negative? Well, I suppose so. So we'll do that now as well. All right. Let's put that light back on now. Oh, I see. It's got that little square code thing. Yeah, square code. Right, we'll bring up. Let's see what happens. I'll just open my camera and see if it opens the app, which I think it might do. So we got the thing here. Right. Okay, so we'll try and do that now. Oh, there we go. Oh, that hasn't brought anything up. Maybe it's the NHS app I have to open. Hang on. NHS COVID-19 app. There we are. Okay. So we got that. Now I don't know where it is on here. Check into a venue. Enter test result. Okay. Enter your test code. Oh. Well, what's the test code then? ID number under it. Okay. So I don't know why. Going on that little square thing didn't do anything for me. So I'll put in the number, which is LRJ L. Oh, hang on. 1 minute. L. Oh, the L doesn't work. Oh. No, that's wrong. It doesn't take an L. It should start with a number according to this. And then ID, it says ID at the bottom, but there's no number. The ID number under it. Well, don't know what to do now. Enter test results. Oh, check into a venue. Let's just try, because that's a code thing, isn't it? Let's see what happens with that. Not recognised. I don't know what to do with this now. Don't know what to do with this now. Let's just go back a page. Report your result. You need the QR code or the ID number under it. Well, if you look there, there's an ID number under there, LR something, right? But when I do enter test result, okay, if I try L, it won't go in, look. Do other letters go in? Oh, I wonder if it's my phone. I wonder if it's the phone. Hang on a minute, because I've got a bit of sellotape where the L is. Might be the phone, mightn't it? Hang on. Just try and undo this. This phone is pretty knackered now, I'll be honest with you. L. No, don't want the L. It does not want the L. Look at that. Let's take that tape right off there. Oh, hang on. Let's try it that way. No, won't have the L. Well, I can't report it then, can I? It says I can report it online. So I'll do that. I'll try and do it online. That doesn't work. A load of old crap. www.gov.uk/report COVID-19 result. Okay, start now. Right, okay. Who's it for? Result for myself. Oh, report. Oh, create account. Oh. Continue with that account. Okay. All right. That's it. There we are. If you're in a household bubble. No, we're not in a household bubble. Where in the UK do you live? England. Reporting today. Yeah. Test strip ID number. All right. Okay. It's not very. It's a bit faint. The numbers on it are very faint. Hang on. Let me get a torch out. It's a bit different today. You would have thought you could do that on the app, wouldn't you? I mean, how stupid is that? Right. LRJ. Okay, let's try that now. LRJ and my numbers. Right, okay. Confirm the number. Oh, you have to type it in all again. Right, hang on. LRJ. Continue. Oh, right. If you're reporting a result for someone else, enter. Oh, what's your name? Okay. Chris Reardon. Date of birth. Male. White. Address. Oh, what's your NHS number? Okay. I think I've got that in my little red book. Have you got a little red book at home? NHS number is there. It is. I think that's it anyway. Is that it? Oh, there it is. Oh, Christ. On and on it goes, doesn't it, eh? Jesus. Right. My phone number. Continue. Who was the test for? None of the above. Eh? What do you mean none of the above? No, me. It's for me. Oh, none of the... Oh, sorry. Okay, none of the above, yeah. Okay, continue. Negative. Report result. Done it. It's likely you were not infectious when the test was done. Excellent. There you go. Done it. Done it. There you go. Well, it wasn't the easiest thing in the world, was it? Let's be honest. Mucking around with that blooming NHS app and all that business. That didn't work, did it, eh? Blasted thing. Oh, useless thing that is. Okay, well, we're done. Good. I'm pleased about that. Right, let's have a look at some of your messages, gang. Rachel says you can scan the barcode. Well, I just tried to do that, Rachel. Doesn't work. Didn't work. Didn't work, Rachel. Oh. Hang on. Let's bring up that NHS app again. NHS app. Where's that now? NHS app. There you are, look. Enter a test result. No, it just asks for a code. Well, where do you do that then? Enter test result. It just says enter the test code. And that didn't work. We tried it. It won't take the L. Wouldn't take the L. Oh, hang on. What's this? What's this? I've just got a text. Dear Chris Reardon. Oh. That's just texted me what I've just put in there. Nope. That's not easy to do at all, is it? What a load of bollocks that is. Isn't it? Well, you think it would make it easy? Shocking. Anyway, no, can't scan the barcode. I did a picture scan, which then took me to a website and it said it didn't exist. So that doesn't work. Wonderful. Thank you. Vera says, don't forget to vote tomorrow for a London mayor. Not for me, darling. Not here. We're voting tomorrow for something to do with the police. Have I got that here somewhere? Where's that now? Something to do with the police we're voting for, who we're supposed to have as the next constable type person. Well, I don't get that at all. I don't get it. Don't get that at all. That police thing going on there. Very strange and mysterious. 0208 144 3477. Gary says, can you put the PayPal up? Oh, you're sending me cash, Gary. Thank you, darling. Here you are. Very pleased, darling. There you go. If you want to send a tip, send it up there. And that'd be very grateful. There's Rachel. Hello, Rachel. All right, darling.
Yeah, not too bad, you.
Hello, my love. Oh, how are you?
I was just going to do this. Are you ready?
Yeah.
High on the hill was a lonely goat herd, loud on the voice of the lonely goat herd. Hang on, mister.
Oh, bit more. Keep going.
I got to start again. High on the hill was a lonely goat herd, loud was the voice of the lonely goat herd,
Low. Keep going. Shall I be the orchestra? Because that comes in next, doesn't it? Da 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 da. Eh?
I've got the words here. I just can't do the words.
I love it, Rachel. I love it. Do you want to try talking me a bit through this testing thing? Does it look to you like I've done everything right to try and report this?
Yeah, it all sounds... to report it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it all sounds fine to me.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't recognise this square code thing, and I couldn't put the number in on the app. But I've been able to do it on the internet, so I suppose that's all right. As long as something works.
You've got to download one of those barcode apps?
Well, I mean, usually with the iPhone, you don't need that. You literally just use the camera. Mm. Now, I would have thought by doing that, and it saw it, and it took it. The little square appeared. When the square appears round it, you know it's seen it. But then I would have thought it would have taken me straight to something on the app, but it didn't. It then took me to a non-existent website. So I don't know what's going on there. Perhaps the Chinese are watching us, you know.
Oh, pass.
Yeah, they're after your cats. Yes, they're after your cats, my darling.
I said pass, not cash.
So you've done these tests, have you, Rachel, yourself?
Oh, I get tested every week because I work at the hospital.
Oh, yeah, someone else does it, though, do they, or do you do it?
Plus, we've got home tests for the school as well. Because their kids have to get tested twice a week for the school. Right,
and how do they what's the word?
Well, they bring their tests home from school, and then they do it here. And then I've got to do the same as you, do it all online.
And how do they tolerate that, the children?
Yeah, fine. They're not too
They're
bad
okay, are they? Am I just being a drama queen over all of it, really?
Probably.
Do you know, I had such a bad experience then half an hour ago, whatever it was. I don't really want to do another one.
Oh, you'll get used to it.
I don't really want to do another one, shoving that nasty thing. But the very fact that you're putting the same thing up your nose that's just been at the back of your throat, that just doesn't ring good to me at all.
I know, but everything's connected, so it doesn't matter which way it goes, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, do you remember that song? Something's connected.
Don't put it up your nose, stick it in your mouth.
Yeah, your eyeballs connected to your nose bone, your bone connected to you. Remember the bone connected song? What was that called? Do you remember that?
Yeah, them bones or something, them dry bones or something like that.
Them dry bones? Was it something like that? Here we go. Them bones. This is it, yeah. The foot bone's connected to the leg bone's connected to the knee bone bone's connected to
right.
and on and on. Perhaps I'll find that for tomorrow morning.
I'm I'm glad to hear you had a good holiday.
Yeah, it was lovely. You saw the videos and all that, didn't you? It's a shame that Mablethorpe was so blooming cold, though.
I didn't know there was a wildlife park at Mablethorpe.
Yes, a seal sanctuary. It's not huge, and they run off charity. It's not like a business. You know, it's a charity thing, and you can go in. I don't think it's particularly expensive to visit it. And then they got a little shop afterwards, and you kind of buy something, you know, just to keep the money rolling in for the good people that look after things like this. And it's got some seals that have been rescued and other animals in there, and the most beautiful parrot. Oh, the colours of those wild birds. But I have to say, Rachel, I don't like to see anything in a cage, really.
I know, it's a shame, but they get looked after very well.
I'm sure they do, but, you know, if I stuck you in a cage and I give you whatever food that you want and whatever drink you want, would you be happy?
Well, no, because we're going to get out.
Yeah. And we'll see those little creatures don't get out, do they? And I always feel a bit sorry for creatures like that are just basically there to be looked at, really. Even a safari park. I know safari parks are big, but they're not as big as out in the wild. Not that they're, I mean, probably the animals would be safer in a zoo anyway this day and age, like beautiful elephants, and people kill them for their tusks.
You take the kids around the Lincolnshire Wildlife Park. That's a nice place to visit.
Yeah, I haven't been there. I would assume that they've actually been there. I haven't been there yet. Whereabouts is that?
It's actually not far away from Skegness.
Oh, isn't it? Okay.
No.
Okay, I'll ask my nephew if he's been down that one yet.
And you've got the largest collection of Bengal tigers there.
Oh, I like those.
They get looked after really well. They've got a massive enclosure. I call it Jurassic Park.
Have they?
Yeah.
And those lynx cats, they're beautiful as well, aren't they? Lynx cats.
And they've got some white lions there. My favourite is Nigel. He's a mountain lion.
Oh, is he? Gosh. I love cats, don't you?
Yeah, it's a big cat, yeah.
Especially Gary, who sneaked into the house yesterday. There he suddenly jumped on my bed. Blooming thing.
You're not going to adopt him then?
Pardon?
You're not going to adopt Gary the cat?
I'm not going to adopt. No, it's not my cat. It's not my cat to adopt. It belongs to the lady, two girls actually. They live just opposite me. And they know he comes over here and that, and she's got a blooming out great big Alsatian as well. But as soon as the Alsatian sees how you are with his cat, so to speak, that's it. You're in, mate. This Alsatian's all over me, all over me. It is.
It's very protective then.
Yeah, obviously, but it sees that the cat likes me, so it likes me as well. Aren't they funny animals?
I know.
They're funny little things, aren't they?
Yeah. Anyway, you look after yourself.
Lovely to talk to you, Rachel. Cheerio, my darling.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you, Rach. Bye, love. Bye.
You take care.
Good luck. There we are, lovely Rachel. Always nice to speak to different people on there. 0208 144 3477. We're keep the lines open for line. The operators are standing by for your phone calls, gang. There they are, all waiting again. Okay, well, keep them open for another 5 minutes and then we'll close the old phone lines. Give us a call, 0208 144 3477. Okay? Oh, that's moved now, isn't it? I'll have to change that back there somehow. Let's see. Hello to Danny Davis. Hello, Danny. There we are. We were talking about you earlier, Danny. It was all bad. I'm pleased to say it was all bad. I've got nothing good to say about you. Danny is the voiceover artist, voice tracking artist who doesn't do live shows. Just records little bits. Anyways, he's got a new microphone today. He's very pleased. Got a new microphone, haven't you, Danny? He sent me a picture. Do you want to see his new microphone? Do you want to see a picture of his new microphone? Is there a picture of you there as well, Danny? I might show them a picture of you today as well. 1 minute. 0208 144 3477. The phone number. Be quick though. I'm going to shove up. Close. Here we go. There's Danny's new microphone that he got. There you go. It's all right, isn't it? Eh? I see it's upwards. Upwards. He's got it upwards. Make sure those little strings are always sort of, springing because if you do that, it will stop it banging on the microphone there. Danny says, good evening. We're watching now. I have a new show, evenings, 7 till 10 p.m, Sunday to Thursday on Southend Radio. Southend Radio he's on. Don't ring in for a request or anything, though, because he's not there, really. It's just bits of his voice. Voice! Are you doing yodeling on your show, Danny? Yodeling, ooh. Rachel just done yodeling. High on the hill with a lonely Rachel. Ladle, ladle, oh. Something about goats. Goats. Oh, there was a massive goat at the Seal Sanctuary. They've got goats there as well, Rachel. They've got goats. We do like a goat or two. Hello, who's on the line, please?
It's Danny.
Oh, hi, Danny. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Are you pleased with your new microphone?
Yes, it works a treat.
Is it good?
I can't wait to... It's really good. It's not echoey. It's perfect.
Have you sent it into the boss yet, dear?
I haven't, but I've
What?
I've sort of been. I've replaced somebody that got the boot tonight.
You've got someone sacked. Oh, that's terrible, dear.
So I was originally going to do 10 till 12, wasn't I, Sunday to Thursday?
Yeah.
But now I'm getting 7 till 10.
Weren't you going to do daytimes?
No. That was
I thought you said you were doing 10 till 1, Monday to Friday.
No.
That's what you said on the phone to me earlier, you lying bastard.
10 p.m. till 1 a.m.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. Okay. So that's not on at the same time. Well, what about poor Alan Ross, darling? Don't be nicking his listeners. Alan Ross on Reach on Air. Oh, hang on. Where's the Alan Ross? Oh, where's that gone? I thought I had that
I'm on in the
here.
evening when you're on.
Pardon?
So I'm on in the evening when you're on.
What, when I'm doing this programme? Well, you won't have any listeners at all. They're all watching me. It's still negative.
I'm sure that I'll... Can you not put yours like later on in the evening, like a late night chat show or something?
Not really. Why would I want to do that?
So obviously, it's like when you speak to Roman Kemp in the morning and tell him, he asks you to start an hour later.
Oh, I get... sometimes I just don't bother answering him. I ignore his call. I push the button and send him to answer phone. Yeah.
So what were you talking about me earlier on?
Well, you should have been here earlier. We're not going back over it, dear. We're not doing the show twice just for your benefit.
I was busy.
We've been very busy today. I've done a lateral flow test and everything. You missed it.
I do that on a weekly... Oh, do you want me to tell you the reason why you're doing it wrong?
Yes. Why, did you see me doing it then?
No, because I just caught the back end of you were saying that you couldn't take it to the correct website.
Right.
So you don't have to go to the scanning the barcode. All you have to do is you just put the test number that's on the little plastic thing. Put that in. You ain't seen the show, dear. You haven't seen most of the show because the app refused to take the letter L at the beginning. It wouldn't take the letter L. It's not. You don't have to upload it to the app. You have to upload it to the website.
Ah, well, we did it on the website. Well, wouldn't you have thought if you did the code thing on your phone, you would then be taken into the app to report it directly like that? You would have thought that happened, wouldn't you? It makes sense. That's what happens. When you get a guarantee for something, you scan the barcode, you scan it, it then takes you to a website or to their app to give them your serial number and all that business. You would have thought this does that, but it doesn't. It doesn't work with the app at all. And the app... there is a way. It says here, report your results, and you go in there, and it says put your number in there. It won't take the letter L. Don't know why, but I was able to do it on the internet, on the online, so that's all right.
On the website it works.
Yes,
on the website it works because I do one twice.
I know it works on the bloody website. We've done it, dear. You can't come in at the last 10 minutes of the show and tell me everything that we've already done. What's the point of that? Everyone's bored listening to you now.
Anyway, so I've got myself a brand new show. Sorry, I just thought I'd let you know that it'll coincide with yours.
Oh, you have let me know, dear. I've had emails, text messages, Facebook messages, text messages on here, and now you're telling me again. I mean, how many more times, dear?
I haven't spoke to you all day apart from...
You have spoke to me for about 1 o'clock. I'm trying to eat my dinner and you're ringing and ringing, dear. Oh, I can just hear bells in my head all the time of you ringing, dear. I hear them, lovey.
Excuse me?
Sorry?
Anyway. Sorry?
Is that it then?
Yes, that's it really.
You missed the whole thing about Game of Thrones as well, haven't you?
Game of Talents.
Game of Talents, yes, Game of Talents. We were talking about that earlier.
I've watched it.
Where were you earlier then? Why weren't you here earlier?
Well, we had dinner, and then we watched a bit of TV, caught up on some TV.
Yes.
And then we were sorting out, different things, had to go to work to sort something out. And then, come back, relaxed, watch some TV, and, 20 minutes ago, put you on.
You're working in a pub. Are you assistant manager or just...
Yes.
You're assistant manager, are you? Okay,
yes.
Okay. And what sort of pub is that then?
It's a gastro pub.
Oh, food pub. Did you do many covers tonight?
8.
And do you now, when people, do they have to book a table, do they?
Yes.
Right, so do many people not turn up? Or do you now take a deposit from people? Or perhaps the full...
Well, I was watching our local ITV region the other day, and they were saying that a landlord in Colchester was thinking about starting taking deposits for people that are not turning up.
They don't turn up. How rude is that? I mean, I can't believe the rudeness of people. Why wouldn't you ring up the restaurant? Sorry, can I cancel the booking? That would be fair enough, wouldn't it? But you don't. So you hold this table for them, and they don't damn well turn up. I think it's disgusting. I think it's absolutely outrageous when they do that. And it happens so often, much more often than you'd think. It's like these people not turning up for the doctor's appointments. And they've got some tin pot excuse why they couldn't get there. They should charge people £10 to visit the doctors. Let me tell you, those no-shows would drop to a very small amount then. There's a lot of people don't turn up for doctor's surgeries. And it's disgusting how they waste the NHS's time like that. This is because it's free.
Yeah, we had 3 no-shows on Sunday during Sunday lunch.
Yeah. If things are free, people don't appreciate it. It's as simple as that. When things are free, they just don't turn. Oh, I might turn up. Okay. No one wants to pay for anything. They want everything for free all the blooming time.
But the thing is, if you start charging a deposit, people go, I'm not too sure about that.
Well, they blooming well turn up then. They don't want to lose a deposit, will they?
Well, you pay the deposit and the £10 comes off your bill.
Well, of course.
That's the easiest way to do it.
Yes, of course.
Rather than giving the £10 cash back.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know. It's one of those things. Because I think the reason why this week we're very, very quiet, considering the last couple of weeks, because as of not next week, next weekend's our last weekend, we can open outdoors. We can go indoors the following a week on Monday.
That's right. People have been asking me about this. Have you got the date right? Yes, I've got the date right. Of course, I've got the date right. Do you think I would have put an advert up for the karaoke if I didn't know for sure that was the right date? Idiots.
May the 17th, everything opens indoors.
That's right. Yeah, this is the trouble with Facebook. It's full of bloody experts. Full of experts who know everything about everything. You put something up there. Oh, I can't bear it, dear. Can't bear it. Especially like I'm on some of the static caravan sites. Some of the questions there are just unbelievably stupid. You couldn't make up some of these questions on there, really. And
I know exactly what you mean, because obviously when I worked on the holiday parks, people that were owners would ask the same particular question: what time's the entertainment on tonight? Yeah. And they were there last week.
How can you not know? How can you not know what time that's happening? And it's like, requests for things and that, I've Yeah, but actually it was. I can't be bothered with people anymore like this. There was when I put that advert up. Are you sure you've got the date right? You're not allowed to eat inside and all that. Oh yeah, all the experts are there. I don't bother with them anymore. I just block them straight away. I can't be bothered to argue with these idiots. Do your research first. If I thought I was wrong, right, about anything at all, I would straight away say I'm not sure about this, but what I think is this. Now, I've said we are hoping to open because something might change. We don't know. It's a constantly evolving thing here. But if you watch the news and you listen to what the government's saying and all that, then it's looking pretty good, to be honest. It's the first time it's looked good for over a year now. When you see those numbers at the moment, I think only one person they reckon died yesterday, didn't they? One person. Now, that might just be a fluke. We might be back up. So. I don't know what it is today. We might be back up to 20 or 30 today. I don't know. But one of those things.
Another thing that annoys me is when people put on Facebook and things, have you got the number for the local takeaway?
Yeah. Why don't they just look it up?
Exactly.
Why not just look the damn thing up? Stupid, isn't it? Or when they go on these Facebook groups, right? And they've got these, various rules. You can understand people, if it's like, for example, the buying and selling things in Bracknell, right?
Yeah.
You might have a group there, and then someone would put, please remove this if it's inappropriate. But I just wanted to tell you about my radio show. Well, of course it's inappropriate. Why have you put it on there then? Thicko. Oh, just people, dear. And this is the worry at the karaoke, you see. I haven't really had to deal with people now for over a year, and I don't think I can do it still. I'm not sure I can still do it anymore.
Well, like you said, you've got songbook now, so you don't have to actually speak to anybody.
Oh no, you'd want to speak to them, but they certainly can't get to me. The way they will ask for a carrier. The songbook is online actually, and you can look at it if you want. songbookslive.com/karaoke London. That's where the songbook is. All one word. Right. songbookslive.com/karaoke London. Right. So that's my whole songbook is on there now, and it's for everyone to see. And if they want to sing, they will be sending me a text on the same number that we use for the show, 07451287337. So that will be used. I thought, well, you might as well use it for the karaoke as well. So it will send me a text that will arrive on my computer. I'll put it in a machine, and that's it. No books, because people are touching books, might transfer coronavirus onto the books, and no bits of paper, no pens or anything like that. It's not the way I want it. That's not the way I want it. It's the way it has to be. More like, I like to walk around and talk to people. I like to do that. I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to go.
Comment to that.
I won't be able to go. Obviously, I don't do this with everyone, but with certain friends, they might be on the stage, and when it's time for them, when they've sung their song, I might put my arm around them, or gently sort of usher them off the stage with my left hand so we can get the next person off. I can't shake hands, can't hug anyone, can't kiss anyone goodbye. It's very, very different. Is that how I want it? No, not at all. Not at all. But unfortunately, at the moment, that's how it has to be. And the answer to that is, do you want it or not? Because that's how it has to be. We can't do it any other way. I'm going down tomorrow, and I'll be making a little video because there's a couple of people who are concerned that it's a bit too no air down there and all this sort of thing. So I'm going to check that out tomorrow. We are in a basement, but they have some really good extraction down there. So I think it will be all right. If I didn't think it would be all right, I wouldn't be doing it. It's as simple as that.
Well, because you were on the main floor last time, weren't you?
Yes, upstairs. But there will probably be an issue with sound there now, you see. This is the thing. We always used to get the occasional complaint about noise because the windows were not that good. They were single glazed windows. And honestly, the noise used to come out of them. In fact, one of the windows didn't even close. But single glazed windows are not good for sound. We'd always get 1 or 2 complaints. Well, of course, they've had no sound at all now for over a year, right? So the moment it starts back up again, you know there's going to be problems. So that's why they've tried to move. They're trying to move it downstairs where we've got good sound, where the sound it just goes straight into the ground. You see, and that's why I would rather it upstairs. But even so, you know, I mean, the windows are closed up there as well, so you couldn't open the windows, even if we were upstairs.
So is it?
Certainly the extraction. I beg your pardon?
Is it flats above the pub then?
No, it's surrounded by homes. Surrounded.
But my point is, and I've always said this, why live above a pub if you're not going to expect a noise? If it's a late night venue, you're going to expect
not just
a
above
Friday and a Saturday night. You're going to expect it.
Yeah, we are surrounded
when you're there.
We're surrounded by flats and houses. Absolutely, we're in the middle of them all. In the middle of them all. You know, and it's just how it is.
They knew they were buying a flat or renting a flat above a pub.
Well, you would think so, wouldn't you? You would think so. It's like these people that move out to the country near to a church and start complaining about their bells on a Sunday morning. Well, don't move there then. How thick can you be? Wasn't there a story recently about some woman who was moaning?
There's always somebody moaning.
Yeah, I had it ready. I had the story ready for several shows and we never got to it. I can't remember what it is. She might have moved next to a motorway or somewhere like that and started complaining about the motorway noise. I mean, didn't you see it when you looked at the blooming house? Stupid cow. There's just so many thick people around. It's unbelievable.
And that's the thing. You're going to get people that are going to moan and this, that, and the other, and people will moan about anything.
Oh yes, look at you. You do nothing but moan, do you, love?
I don't moan that much.
I moan. It's been one moan after another on this phone call, dear. Anyway, thanks for calling, Danny. Good luck with your new radio show. Would you like to do an advertisement now for the price of just £25, darling?
I'll do it for free.
Go on, get on with it, dear.
Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at radiochelmsford.com.
Right.
7 till 10 evening. And then Sunday night, 7 till 10, will be all 90s.
All 90s.
Like 90s.
Okay,
90s,
Danny wants to call in on Skype. You can call in on Skype, Danny. Don't you know what it is? You've called in enough times on it. Just call in on it then, Danny. If you use the same method you called before. Not you, the other one.
Oh, right.
The nice one.
I am the nice one. Are you getting me mixed up with somebody?
Pardon? Cheerio, Danny.
Speak to you soon. Take care.
Bye, love. Danny there. Danny's actually in Essex as well. Yeah, call in if you want to, Danny. Nice and quickly, though, because we're nearly out of time, my love. Hello to Shania, who says, I see you've done a COVID test. I do these twice a week. Still unpleasant. See, she don't like doing them either. She don't like it. Hello to Weird City Citizen. Good evening to you. He likes the new backdrop. He said it looks absolutely fantastic. Vera says you should try working in retail, wearing the company uniform with their logos everywhere, and the customers ask if you work here. Oh, aren't they stupid? People are stupid. I was working in a pub once, a lovely lady I worked with. Really nice lady. She was the manager. And she said, you know, people would literally come in the door, right, and come to the bar and say, do you sell beer? And she said, someone come in once. He drank his pint and said, can you tell me where the exit is? And she said, yeah, the same way you came in. They're just absolute thickos. Here we go. Danny's in Romford. Good evening, Daniel.
Good evening, Chris.
All right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Are you ringing up to Yodel?
Well, I can actually yodel.
All right.
In the style of, well, actually, not only can I yodel, I could also my Hermes and DHL as well.
Did you say you had herpes?
No, that was a joke for courier deliverers.
Oh, I beg your pardon, yes.
Yeah, as in Hermes and DHL and yodel. Yeah. Half your audience will get that, the other half will just go, no,
get
I
on
don't
with it, dear.
Get it. I never used a courier in my life.
I always like to have a mint while you're chatting away because you give me time to eat my mints.
Yeah, and digest what I'm saying at the same time.
Aye.
Yeah, I can yodel.
Just a moment. Just a moment, please. We've just received a nice little tip, a super chat, a tip from Gary Ross. Thank you very much, Gary. Thank you. That's just popped up on my phone over there. Thank you, Gary. Would you like to thank Gary on my behalf as well, Daniel?
Thanks, Gary, for tipping out his lordship and
his lordship,
or whatever.
Go on, Gary. Sorry, Daniel. What you got?
Yeah, so I can yodel in the style of the bloke who used to do the cliffhangers on The Price Is Right. You know, the game that, so you got a mountain climber, you see.
Right.
And he's got 25 steps to get up the mountain, but if you go too far, it'll fall off and that'll be game over.
Right.
So he used to say, how much is it worth? Oh, £100. Is he right? Nah. No, it's wrong, but how wrong? And then you had... and something like that.
Are you all right, dear?
Yeah, I am now. But yeah, I got to the top. And they got to 25. And he's toast.
And that was on The Price Is Right, is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't with Leslie Crowther, though, only with Brucey and probably Joe Pasquale.
Did Bruce do The Price Is Right?
Yeah.
Did he?
90s.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Sounds like you missed a lot of them, Chris.
That Joe Pasquale, is he the one with the squeaky voice?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's the one I saw in Bournemouth once.
Yeah, I think I've seen a couple of his TikToks. Are you on TikTok?
Oh, someone got me to sign up for it once. I just looked at it and I thought, what the...
Oh, it's funny, dear. Rachel's on there. Well, one of my favourite people now is Charity Shop Sue. She's hilarious.
Oh,
Charity Shop Sue, she's called. So funny.
So what does she do then, apart from
I like to watch the comedy stuff on there, and also the lads with no tops on doing dancing. That's what I like to watch on there. Unfortunately, whenever I'm round my nephew's house and great niece Evie, you can't pick up your phone with her jumping over and trying to see what you're looking at. She's so nosy on that phone. Unfortunately, it's weird. But whenever I fire up TikTok and watch some TikToks with her, it always seems to be topless blokes. And she said to me, why are there so many boys coming up on it?
Yeah. I'll give anything to have a chest like them.
What's your chest like? Is it sort of a pigeony chest that you've got there? Are you like a pigeon?
No, my chest has got so much... Well, in fact, my whole body has got so much hair on it. If anyone sees me naked, they think they're in Epping Forest.
Oh, my God. Don't go near any open flames, dear. It's just been this ball of fire running through wherever you live. Running through Romford. Mind you, that's the sort of thing you get round there, isn't it? Fire bombs and that sort of thing. Petrol bombs being thrown at each other in Romford.
No, I mean, surprisingly, we've actually survived that sort of thing. I mean, the only real major thing that's ever happened really was 10 years ago when, remember we had the London riots that all started in, guess where, Tottenham. You know, like they all do.
I don't really know Tottenham. Not that well.
Everything starts in Tottenham. You know.
Does it? Yeah. Okay.
And then they sort of slightly spread down here. I think someone decided to throw a brick through Debenham's window just so that they could loot a mannequin.
Looting. Dreadful.
Yeah, they wanted to steal a mannequin, take it home and probably... You didn't hear that then, did you?
No, I hope not, dear. I hope not. Is that near you, Tottenham, then? Is that near Romford, Tottenham?
It's sort of a bit more north.
It's London, isn't it?
Yeah, well, Romford's more east-east. Tottenham's more east-north.
Right. You're Essex, aren't you, Romford?
Yeah, well, actually still within the London boroughs, though, of Havering and Havering.
Is it? Right.
Yes, so we still count as we've actually been Londoners for about 50 years.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, apparently, and a damn good
But
thing
it says
came.
Essex. It says Romford, Essex, doesn't it?
Well, this is the trouble, Chris. It's what happened was back in 1970 or
What
thereabouts.
have I
But
started
when they
now?
created these London boroughs, or let's say they extended the London boroughs and decided to put Romford, Hornchurch, Rainham, and all that actually in this borough called Havering, all the transport and all that became actually London transport. But the trouble is, it was overlooked by the post office people and the Royal Mail and all that. So even though we're in a London borough, you've still got these addresses all written down as Essex, even though it's a London borough.
Don't talk to me about the post office, dear. I went to send my accounts off yesterday. Okay, I'll give it to you. The box was quite heavy, full of bits of paper and that. With my huge DJing loss last year of more than 10 grand. And, yeah, but how do you want to send it? First or second? I said, oh, it needs to be signed for. She said, well, first class, 16 quid to send a few bits of paper in a box across the country? It's outrageous, dear. Absolutely outrageous.
You should have used
quid.
InPost.
No, I took it, sent it second blooming class. £9.99. £10. Yeah. I haven't eaten today. Well, I might be able to now, since Gary Ross sent me in a nice tip today. Thank you, Gary.
You know, with InPost, you actually get it's a locker service.
A what?
It's a locker service. There's these banks of these locker banks. All over the country. We've got one put in just down the road from us at a service station.
A locker bank? What's that?
Yeah. And what you do is you do up your parcel. You see.
Yes.
And then you go online on a site called Parcel to Go.
Oh no!
And
don't
then you find what that says InPost.
No way. I won't send it any other way anymore. The bloody parcel to post. Twice I did it with that, right? And they selected herpes, right? Right.
What do you mean they?
Herpes. They were supposed to come round here and collect it, and they didn't. They didn't come. Eventually, I rang her up. Right, she rebooked it. They didn't come the second time. I thought I'll try once more. I rebooked it. They didn't come the third time, and I rang up. She said, "Well, we don't actually guarantee that we're going to come and collect it. Only if he's got time." That's how they run that business. So from that point, I thought, no, not going to send that anymore. I'll always go and take it down the post office and be done with it.
Well, I mean, admittedly, I did have a few problems here and there in the old days, but since the virus,
yes,
it has got better again. And because you see, with the locker bank, you just actually do the parcel up, stick the label on, take it to the locker bank, wave the barcode over the scanner, and then a locker opens. You go, open sesame, and then the locker opens. You put it in and slam it shut, and then you bugger off again at the end of the day.
Why is life so complicated now?
Well,
you used to just have the post office and you
Chris.
just take it down the post office. Now, shall I choose him or him? I find it so complicated to do anything at all, including COVID tests.
I do.
Oh, dear.
I blame the tech people,
I blame
Have you
them.
noticed with tech people, they always go on in their computer language.
Oh, yes, I know that.
As if they expect you to know it.
I know that. I know that. I got this this DJing software from Reach On Air called Play It Live. Okay. Oh. Now there's two ways of using it. You can use simple mode, guess which you sire, or live assist mode. Simple mode, basically you've got 10 CD players in front of you. And 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and 16 buttons underneath it where the jingles are. So if I want to play something, I just hit a button like that. Oh, hang on, let's just... and I also have my jingles for this show on the same software. And I just hit my mouse on the button. And it plays it. Very simple. Or you can use live assist mode, which means everything's got a little time next to it. And you have to put all this stuff in there and have everything timed and then leave a gap there for talking. And I'm like, what the F is this? What's all that about? Because when I was DJing, I put on a record, played the record, spoke a bit, put another record on. When you start putting in numbers and timings and all this, what for? You just made the job 200 times more complicated than it ever used to be. So I'm on the
Yeah.
simple mode. Anyway, I was asking people about the live assist. Oh, you should use that mode. It's great when you get your head around it. I don't want to get my head around it. And I've tried to use it, and I tried to use it on one of my shows actually last week. I'm sure it was last week, and I used it, and for the first 4 songs it worked. And then it just stopped. It just stopped. And I'm pushing buttons. Oh, well, that don't work. And I'm embarrassed. I get embarrassed when something goes wrong. And it's always something that I don't really have control over. Right? That's when something goes wrong. And this software all looks all right. And I did. And so I put a message online. And of course, all you have to do is, it's really easy. Why? And you know where I'm coming from there, Danny. Why do they say that? Oh, it's really easy. And then you click on their profile and it's some geek with a pair of glasses on that's just come out of a university. I say no more, dear. Say no more. Say no more. Why don't they just keep it simple? Anyway, fortunately, there is a simple version of that. And that's what I use to do my radio show in the morning. And play out the little jingles on this.
Quiet. What's happening?
Is there a ship coming in?
Oh, hang on. Oh, right.
Is there a ship coming in, dear? Is there a ship coming in?
Right.
Maybe that was maybe that was the timing indicator to say that the time of your call is up.
Oh, well, but I was going to say that Dry Bones. I've got it for you.
Oh, have you?
It's
Are you
by
going to
Rusty
sing it then?
Goodman.
Off you go.
Me singing? No, I only looked it up on YouTube for you.
Well, you can't play it. We can't play music, dear.
Well, I know I can't. I know
Sing
I
it.
can't play it.
Sing
but
it.
I'm going to send you the link after the show.
Sing it, love. Sing it. Oh, look at all these little things in it. It's like being at a rave, Rachel. Look. Hey?
The toe bone connected to the foot bone connected to the heel bone connected to the thigh bone, and thigh bone connected to the knee bone. And here's the word of the Lord. And the knee bone connected to the thigh bone connected to the spine backbone, the backbone connected to the neck bone connected to the head bone. And here's the word of the Lord. And them bones you're gonna, or something like that.
Thank you, Daniel, for that wonderful performance. I'm afraid it's a no from me.
Yeah, it's a no from me as well, actually. But I'll give you the link. You can play it. It's the best one because it is a bit of a. It's one of them songs. If it's sung by an artist, one of them other artists, it'd be shit. But Rusty Goodman does it properly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much, Daniel. You feel free to ring in that same method.
Time.
That method does work
Chris,
for you.
I'm absolutely knackered now.
Who are you? From doing what? What have you done to feel knackered at? A phone call?
Well, I've done my bones connected. I've done my yodel there.
Will you go and have a nice lay down?
Yeah.
Go to sleep until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.
I'll listen to Alex Belfield's after this. He can put me to sleep.
See you later.
All right then, Chris. Thank you.
There we go. We'll close the phone line now, gang. Lines are now closed, my darlings. We're going to disappear very shortly today, okay? Hello to Rachel, I've done that one. Hello to Steve Murray. Hello, Steve. Speaking from his prison van. Hello, Steve. Great new backdrop, Chris. Psychedelic almost. Thank you, Steve. You, of course, know the karaoke news. I'll bring you more news as it happens. I will be taking my little camera down there tomorrow and making a little video of the venue so you can decide whether or not you feel safe going down there. All right, my darlings. Thank you, Steve. Vera's in Essex as well. All right. Vera's in Essex. What part of Essex are you in, Vera? Actually, I'm not quite sure where you are. And Shania says, we weren't able to eat when we had to pay for the teas at church 2 years ago. Oh, she goes on and on about this, dude. A couple of years ago, Shania and her dad turned up for church where I play the organ. Sadly, I wasn't playing the organ on this particular occasion, so it was lovely, actually, to sit next to them. And then it came time for the teas, and I only had a £20 note in my pocket. So Vectis, her dad, paid for the teas. I've never heard the end of it. on and on they go about this blooming £5. So I've said, when I go to the Isle of Wight, and I've been promising now to go there for about 10 years. Last time I went, I was 21. Or 21 I was. 31, 41, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 37 years ago was the last time I went to the Isle of Wight. Unbelievable, isn't it? I remember being very young and going to Allen Bay and nicking a load of sand. You weren't allowed to do that at the time because you got up to the top of this. Was it steps or an escalator or something? I can't remember. Or maybe a lift. Got to the top there. They got these shops selling test tubes of different coloured sand. I had a bucket full of I had a bucket full of this sand. I kid you not. Don't forget, can you hit that little likes up thing, that thumbs up thing on your way out, gang? If you do. Vera's in Woodford Green. Woodford Green, Vera. Is there a pub, large pub, on a corner in Woodford Green? I think my mate had mates there. Woodford Green, does that sound right? Is there a very large pub on the corner of a main road there? And on the other side of the road is a green. Maybe that is Woodford Green. Would I be right in that? Maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else completely different. Shania says, I only mentioned it as it was 2 years ago today. Yeah, I know. Your dad put the photo up, didn't he? Dear me. All right, darlings. Right, we're going to... look at the time. It's 10:15, dear. I'm hungry now. A bit hungry now. I think I might have mushroom soup tonight. Do you like that, mushroom soup? Mushroom soup, and I watched a little bit of telly. I'll be on the radio tomorrow morning there. Okay? 9 till 10 o'clock. And as always, gang, we're not actually on FM radio or DAB or anything like that. But if you've got any of the smart speakers or just your mobile phone, you can listen on there. If you want to listen on your iPhone, you haven't got to do anything at all other than say, Siri, play Reach on Air, and she will play it for you, okay? I shall now give you a demonstration of this wonderful happening. Are you ready? Hey, Siri, play Reach on Air.
Now playing Reach on Air.
There you go, all right. So you hear that? Oh, shut up. Sorry, I can't play it more than like a second because we'll get the copyright police. Oh, you're playing our music. We want some money. It'd be all that. But it's just not worth it, dear. It really isn't. So with Siri, you don't have to do anything. As long as you've got the Hey Siri thing, you just say, Hey Siri, play Reach on Air, and she'll play it for you. Okay? Google Mini Speaker, I gather it's similar to that. You just say play Reach on Air. Don't know about Android phones. There's various apps you can use. TuneIn Radio, which I actually have on my phone. I often listen to apps on there. Or you know, as you're driving along or something. Perhaps that's the way you do it on Android. The TuneIn, I think there's another couple on there, isn't there? The TuneIn app. And the simple app there, okay? The Amazon things work well as well, of course. But the only thing is with the Amazon ones, you have to enable the skill. So you go into your settings, you enable the skill Reach on Air, then you close it down, and then you should be able to say to your Amazon device, Amazon, or whatever word you've used, play Reach on Air, and she will just start playing it. It's as simple as that. And it really is... those smart speakers are a real gift to internet radio stations. Not only the big boys like Global and Bayer and people like that, the little ones like the one I'm on, and many, many others. It really is a godsend, those little speakers for internet radios. Fantastic. All right. Vera says, the Napier Arms, the Castle or the George. I wouldn't know. It's so long ago. Again, I'm going back over 30 years here, I think, Vera. But this particular, I'm sure I remember it being a pub on a corner. Isn't it funny? You know, I've not thought about this pub ever since that time till you brought up the fact that you live in Woodford Green. And I can see it in my head. I can see it. I don't think I went in there. It's outside on a corner. The pavement seems to be quite wide on one side, and they got long benches type chairs. But again, that was 30 years ago. They might have done it all up by then, mightn't they? Anyway, so that's me on the radio tomorrow morning. If you're around tonight, my dear friend, Mr. Alan Ross is on the radio tonight, midnight until 3 o'clock in the morning. Same station. Once again, listen on your Siri, on your various little mini speakers, or on one of the apps. Alan Ross tonight between midnight and 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, my darlings? Time for mushroom soup. Yes, please, mummy. Be another chat show for you on Friday night at 8 o'clock. And by then, I do hope to have a little video of the insides of Central Station for you to have a look at, which I'll do tomorrow night when I pop down there, okay? Thanks ever so much for watching and listening to the show this evening. I think we've had a ball tonight, haven't we? We've had a ball tonight. Thanks very much to Gary Ross for his kind tip tonight as well. Thank you those of you that hit the like button. Thanks to all of those of you that took the time and trouble to send messages in. And also the people that phoned in as well tonight. And if you didn't do any of that, just thanks for sitting there and listening to the crap that I come out with 3 times a week. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock, reachonair.com. Have a good night. Bye-bye now.